Welcome to another episode of Power Alphas. I'm one of your co-hosts, Sabby Piscitelli, and as always, I got my beautiful fiance, Mandy Saccomanno, with me, and we are back in the studio in South Florida in this boiling heat. How you doing today, babe?
Doing great. Yes, we're back in the OG studio, the best.
Yeah, we got the new picture in the
Podcast
background.
junkies.
Whoop whoop. We got the new picture, you know.
Back with our boy Ben.
Whoop, whoop.
Ben
What's
up
up,
in the
guys?
building.
I missed you guys.
We missed you, Ben.
But boy, is it hot though. Gosh, man. I mean, what's actually today is, it's August, man, beginning of August. It's
August 1st.
Actually, August and September, I think, are the worst months in Florida, to be completely transparent. August and then maybe September, a little bit starts to cool off, but it is unbelievable, man. I was at the driving range today under a canopy for like 45 minutes, and my golf shirt was literally so drenched. I took it off while I got in the car, and I wrung it out, and I just had to put a towel over me in the car ride home because it was just like ridiculous. So this heat is definitely.
Have you guys burnt yourself from the car yet?
Oh,
Like getting inside the car.
inside
Like
the car.
I just got a new car, and every single time it's so hot.
You got
Like,
black leather?
The leather
Yep,
seats.
there it is.
It's like dangerously hot. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you know what they used to say is actually sometimes crack your window a little bit for safety of the car.
Oh.
Just crack I know it rains a lot in the summer, but like not like a lot, but crack it like maybe a half inch or an inch, and you'll be surprised how much more air gets through there. I mean, it's not going to change it tremendously, but it might change enough not to burn your leg on your leather.
That's a clip right there.
No, I'm telling you,
Oh,
crack
boy.
that.
Yeah, it is hot. We've been in New York, obviously, for most of the summer, so New York's been nice. It hasn't been as hot, but yeah, I don't even know how you can like enjoy golf in Florida. Like, I know people that love it, but like swamp ass, like that's
no,
fun?
it's listen, I played golf yesterday and I'm playing golf tomorrow, and both times you tee off by 8:30. And you're fine.
It's hot in
because
the morning,
yeah,
though,
but it's
too.
not that bad at 8:30. So by the time you're done, it's like, right before 11:30, 12, you get lunch, and then it's hot. So I wouldn't play past that. But you got to tee off early. But what I like about Florida golf too in the summer is that it's dead. It's dead. No one wants to play golf in the summer, right? Like even the older men, a lot of older men that play golf.
In New York, it's not. Florida, you mean?
No, on Florida. I'm saying Florida golf.
Florida, yeah.
Florida golf is great for younger people because the
I don't
course
mind
is
the
dead.
heat so much.
Well, the
yeah.
course is dead. There's nobody there. Like, so you have all the course yourself, and you don't have to wait on holes. So for that, it's pretty cool. But no, it is. You have to tee off early for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway, we have a few topics to talk about today. One really big one that we might want to start with the Olympics going on right now.
Yeah.
And a big controversial topic, which just happened.
Happened, a couple days ago.
Yep. Angela Carini is had to basically would she stop herself from the fight? 46 seconds?
she
I want to make
forfeited.
sure I get it right.
She forfeited the fight after 45 seconds. If you see the clip,
She got punched in the face.
she got punched in the face really hard by a jab, and you could tell it shook her, and she she quit. But then the interview afterwards, she said that she's never in her whole life been hit that hard.
That hard, yeah. So obviously, from what I see on the internet, I don't know, don't quote me with all of the specifics because I've been researching a little bit and we were just talking about it. But Imaine Khalif is how you pronounce her name. She was fighting Angela, and she's apparently a transgender. But I also just saw something that she's not a transgender. She was not a biological man. She was born with some sort of disease that she had XY chromosomes. So she obviously has testosterone. So I'm very confused. I don't know specifically, but either way, before we get there, either way, it really doesn't matter about transgender or not. It matters in the fact of, like, a person with testosterone, obviously usually a male, whether she was a biological male or not, she's fighting a woman, and that is unfair in any sport. So how they allowed that to happen is really beyond me, and I think it's pretty messed up, from my opinion. I don't know the specifics, if she was a biological man or not, because now I'm confused when I started searching. But either way, if she's tested with, because there's apparently another, a last fight that she had, they had tested her testosterone, I just read, and it was high. So I'm just confused as to like why they're allowing her fight women then. if she has a high level of testosterone in her.
Well, like you just said, was she born a biological male or was she born a biological female, according to what you read?
Well,
And then
apparently,
also,
from where she's from, Algeria,
Algeria, they said
it's not. You cannot be it's not allowed to be. You cannot transgender.
you cannot switch your gender.
Right. So I'm very confused. I don't know specifically, but I think the biggest thing with the controversial aspect of it is that they're saying, obviously the Olympics are promoting male violence against women.
Well, I wouldn't go that far as the
Yeah,
male
it's a
violence.
little-
I think it's a little extreme.
A little extreme.
Again, we did our research from what we could find, and no one jumped down our throats. We're not trying to create a story or a narrative here, but the facts are the facts by just visualization. I saw the punch.
Yeah.
I saw her, and she does have male traits. She looks a lot bigger, a lot stronger. Her jawline looks like a male trait. Again, I don't know what you said about she was born a female with the XOs, but I mean XY. But
Yeah.
XY is a male. It's isn't it, what's the correct chromosome?
XY.
XY is a male, and then what's
and XX is a female.
Is a female. So
they're saying
she has
yeah.
testosterone. So
Right.
she's a male.
Right.
So she should not be competing in a female sport.
Right. So it's like put the transgender thing aside, really, when it comes down to it, because I'm all about be who you want to be. It really doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, if it's not affecting anyone else, it is what it is. But this clearly is affecting somebody else. And if you actually read her story, Angela's story, or I keep pronouncing her name. Angela's story. She was doing this for her late father who passed, and she was doing. So it's very sad that she worked her whole life, and now she was has to forfeit a fight because it's unfair. So regardless of
In the
anything.
Olympics, she probably trained for a very long time.
Of course.
To get this opportunity. And like you make a good point. With each his own. There's no judgment here. I just don't think it's fair for any kind of male or male chromosomes, or if you have testosterone, to compete against a female. I think it's a incredible advantage that is not. I don't think it should even be legal, in my opinion. It's not fair.
We're all born differently.
Like you said, you see the punch. And she's probably been boxing her whole life, obviously.
She's a tough girl, you could tell.
Well, obviously she's been boxing her whole life.
Is, yeah.
So she took one punch 45 seconds into the fight, and you could see her take the punch. She steps back, and you could tell almost like contemplating, and then she just like put her hand up, went over to her coach, and it was over. And for someone that's boxed her whole life, that has to be a pretty big force punch to be like, whoa, hold on. I'm in the wrong world all of a sudden.
And to be honest, she probably, putting aside win or lose at that point in her life, but I mean, safety of all things. I mean, you can die. Like that's like very
100%.
dangerous. A big blow to the head.
Here's the crazy thing. It was a jab. It wasn't even like
it wasn't
a hook.
exactly.
It wasn't a power punch. So can you imagine if she hit her with a power punch? Yeah, hit her with a power punch.
We've been in sports. We've had concussions. Like I can't even imagine. I mean, that's just, it's just unfair.
I did see, I was reading briefly, there was a couple of UFC fighters that were just kind of weighing in. I know Kobe Covington said some stuff. And, I think everyone wants to state an opinion, but you made a good point. We don't know the exact facts of everything. But that being said, Olympics is worldwide, not countrywide, so it's not all the same rules and regulations. But I think the one rule and regulation goes worldwide is, males compete in male sports and females compete in female sports. Even if you do want to go down another path and change genders, that's not what you were born like. So for me, that is just something for me that it's unfair. A power of, no disrespect to women, a power of a man is just that much more forceful than a female, and that's just not fair.
And also, like, where we've come at this point, even in our country alone, like how women in sports have been so, so dominant, and you see in WWE, and you see what we've done and the barriers we've broken for women. It's not doing the women any good by any means.
Absolutely not.
Why would you? All the hard work a woman in sports, puts her body through, or whatever sports it is, and then just to go up against a male or a woman that was a male at one point, like it's not fair. So I don't see what the justice or what like the equality of it is. Like I'm all about be who you are and all that, but when it comes to sports and competing with each other, I think that's just unfair and it is unjust. So I don't understand that.
It's unacceptable. And for the Olympics to allow this to happen, I don't know what kind of backlash they're going to get. I don't think it's a good look. Yeah, I don't think it's a good look. and I think it's unfair. But yeah,
So
but
I do want to really not figure it out, but I want to get down to it because I'm curious because the search that I saw about how they're saying, she was a woman, she was born a woman, and she's not transgender, and they say she's from Algeria where it's illegal to transition. So I'm just confused. Like,
yeah, now we got to do our due diligence, do our research, and find
well, I
out.
don't know. I feel like that's like only a couple tweets that I saw. When meanwhile there's so many, obviously, on the fact that she's transgender, which is what everyone thinks. So I don't know. Regardless, I do feel for Angela. And
I feel for her too
that's
because
sad.
she trained her whole life for this, and she trained hard to be in the Olympics, and she sacrificed a lot. She committed.
We got to represent our paisan. She's
from Italy.
From Italy.
So that's the thing that kind of breaks my heart a little bit is that I understand what kind of sacrifice got put into this, what kind of work ethic, what kind of determination. So for her to give all that up to have a 45-second fight and realize when she got hit by something that wasn't a woman, she knew right there and then that wasn't a female punch.
Yeah.
She's been boxing against females her whole career.
Right.
That's not a
knew.
female's punch.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's kind of sad in my opinion. But
on another note, Simone Biles, beast. I love her. She's a two-time Olympic all-around champion. She's always a lot of fun to watch. I know we haven't really been watching the Olympics too much, so I don't want to get into it too much, but I do like watching the gymnastics. We've been very busy, so I haven't really had time to watch the Olympics. But I do find some stuff on the internet kind of funny, like whether it's former athletes or whether it's like anybody watching the Olympics. Like someone made a good point. It's like the people sitting on their couch, like judging these people in the Olympics. Like, do you know how hard it is to get? You saw that? Like, you know how hard it is to get to the Olympics, and like this random guy eating a bag of chips who's just like average Joe critiquing like the way the land was or whatever it was. Like, I don't know. I saw a meme and I was dying laughing. I'm like, but a lot of people do it. Not maybe intentionally.
Yeah.
But you know how hard it is to make it there? It's like, maybe we shouldn't critique.
Well, it's kind of like we've had these conversations on our podcast many times just about, your fan base and stuff like that. And it's like we talked about it. People always have an opinion of something. Mm-hmm. And it is sad when you do have people on the couch critiquing people that work their whole life. And, that's what people don't really realize. Like, they trained 4 years for like some 9 seconds, 10-second 100. Like,
crazy.
These guys are running a race for 10 seconds, but they're training 4 years for it. Yeah. Swimmers are, whatever game they're in, whatever, event they're in, 100 meter, 800 meter, 400 meter, you're training 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 years for like 3-minute race, 2-minute race,
crazy.
26-second race. So for that is like, that's the sacrifice and that commitment. I admire everybody that's on TV representing their country, and I think it's an amazing, amazing, amazing accomplishment. So kudos to that.
And we do always talk about like how no matter how good you are, they're always going to find something. So like that was something with Simone. She addressed it because like someone said something about her hair. I didn't see the specifics of it, but like, you guys are really worried about her hair or whatever happened with her hair. Like, this girl is a tremendous athlete, and like she made a comment like, don't fucking say anything about my hair. I don't know what it was, but it's just so funny how like there's people out there that just need to find like the negative when they're so, it's so positive. It's crazy. But what
you like this one?
Which one? Olympic figure skater lands a quadruple axel jump slightly off bounds.
What a pathetic loser.
What a pathetic loser. That's what I'm talking about.
It's like that, right?
That is so good. Like,
it's, and I think
funny.
that's the bad part about it. I think that's one of the negative effects of our society and social media. No, honestly, because people make comments, right? They get comments off of it. They get likes. They get thumbs up. They get thumbs down. So it's like a dopamine drug where they want to say something and they want to say something negative so they can get a reaction back to their comment and they can feel self-worthy about themselves, right? They could say, oh my God, like he liked my picture. Oh, you see this comment? Now they're going back to their instant feed and they're saying, oh wow, these guys are commenting. He gave me a thumbs up. He gave me a like. But it's like, you're making an idiotic comment. You look like an idiot. And like, I think that's one of the problems with social media is that they want that instant negative or positive gratification. Absolutely right. And for me, it's like, I think it works both ways for the positive and the negative. So yeah, I mean, listen, if I see anybody talk about Olympic athlete, it's just like, I look at them and just absolutely laugh because they had the courage, they had the commitment, they had the work ethic, they had the discipline to actually chase something that was meaningful to them.
Yeah.
And when I see people making comments about it, it's just kind of a joke, you know?
And yeah, we'll move on from the Olympics, but we did watch a little bit of like the swimmers, and that was they're really impressive.
Oh man,
Oh my gosh.
And you talk
I
about
am
hard
not a good
work.
swimmer, so watching them,
she's
first
not a
of
good
all,
swimmer, Ben.
I'm like, oh my gosh, the backstroke, and like I'd be drowning, and like, oh my, there's a few times I drowned when I was a kid. Multiple times actually.
They can't swim.
Swimming was not my forte. My cousins had to pick me up by my hair, literally, like a couple times, and then Gary had to, like, I
That's
got
why
taken
you're so
in.
afraid of water.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. When I watch those swimmers, you have to have no fear of like any. And I know they're not in waves and riptides, but like I gotta have to hold my nose sometimes.
What do they have fear of? It's up there in a pool. With
I
no
know, but
current.
like, you ever swallow water?
Yeah, I used to swim competitively.
No, that's right. Of course he swam.
Swam?
Of course he swam competitive. I can't talk.
Yeah, and you can't talk.
What didn't you do?
Nothing.
But anyway, so getting off of the Olympics, definitely I wouldn't be an Olympic swimmer if that was maybe wrestler though.
I'm a big swimmer. She, we can give Mandy a head start with the fins and everything, and she wouldn't have a chance.
I get really scared. But anyway, on another note, I'm less than 10 days out from my competition.
First of all, you're like 6 days out
No,
from the
9.
competition.
Are you counting? 9.
6.
Oh,
This airs on Monday.
duh.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, they know we pre-record. It's fine.
Just because it's Saturday right now or Friday.
Okay, whatever. So I am 6 days out from my competition, which is
First of
really
all,
exciting. Peak week.
Explain to me what you just got at the house. A detox massage. What
Oh, that was
about?
really cool, actually. I
No,
didn't even
look like
yeah.
a regular damn massage.
No, oh
Steal
my
your
gosh.
money?
First of all, no. First of all, you got to see the pictures. I was rushing, but I just did a Brazilian detox massage that I found this lady off Instagram. She's actually right over here in Fort Lauderdale. And, you know, I drink so much water and everything, and we all do, but like your body has so much extra like fluid and stuff, and like obviously toxins, like even when I'm being so healthy. Like she did this crazy massage with like the lotion had like heat. It was like it was hot, but she was going in like I was like, you gotta be strong to do this. I can't explain like the scientifics of it too much because I don't really know, but whatever she did, she took before and after photos, and I was just like standing normal. I wasn't posing. And I got to show you them because I'm like, whoa. And my legs even, like she obviously went all in, and then she went hard. You ever see like on Instagram, there's like lymphatic ones. There's like all these different ones. So she just did her hands though. Sometimes they use those things.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to get another one too before the show, just because it like helps with extra water retain or like I don't know. It just helps with stress. You've been stressing me out. So like,
I've been stressing out.
just, you know,
See her
just,
around the house.
just kind of, I just need to, relax and be relaxed from my show.
Ben, can I stay with you for the rest of the
Yeah, I
week
was
or what?
thinking maybe we could.
Sabby, I
maybe
missed
stay
you. Let's
here.
hang out, man. Come on.
First of all, just so you know about that massage thing, you know, a massage gets the lactic acid out of your muscles. It pushes the water
Yeah, it
out of your
does.
muscles and into different spots.
This was different.
So for her to,
was
I'm
different.
confused though on what her sales pitch was because
First
yes,
of all, she didn't have
you
a sales
will look
pitch,
leaner
so
after
calm
a
down.
massage in general.
There was no sales pitch. I reached out to her. And I thought I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna show you guys.
Okay.
She, like I said, I can't explain the scientific,
She-
and
yeah, she
also
flushes out
she's
the-
also from
the
Brazil,
toxins
so
in the
there
waters and
so
stuff.
there was a language barrier a little bit, so I couldn't really understand everything. But I found her on another girl's page that I follow in Fort Lauderdale, and I could tell a difference. Like it literally, like it was like curves. Like so, like obviously I have a lot of muscle in like my profile picture, like my side, like the after was like my back was like curved more. Like everything was
yes,
like.
for sure.
You don't get that from a regular massage.
Yeah, but no. But if you drink, but once you drink 1 gallon, once you drink 1 cup of water again, and you start moving around again,
Whatever. Anyway, you're annoying. Anyway, so
No, I'm just joking. I was just curious on what kind of massage it was.
just don't worry about it. How about that?
Well, what do you mean?
Because you're annoying.
I'm annoying, man. All right, but let's go about this prepping because you look great. You're down to your weight. What'd your coach say? Oh, she gave me that dirty look, Ben.
You're annoying. So yeah, it's peak week, guys. Very excited. Peak week is really interesting. For those of you who don't know, it's like 5 to 7 days before your competition, where a lot of it, you know, has it has a lot to do with your water intake, your carbs. Some people, their diets change a good amount. Some people, they don't. Right now, mine isn't changing a ton, but we will adjust my water a little bit. And it all depends. Like my coach, I checked in normal check-ins, which was last Thursday, and then again yesterday, which was Sunday. So he's just going off of what he sees and what he wants me to look like on stage. He's so good at what he does. I'm just listening to, trusting the process, and I'm feeling really good. So just, sometimes you like up your carbs a couple days before your show and you start water depleting. But like I said, I do bikini division. So bikini is like not super crazy dry. You're lean, but you still have your curves, and you're not like figure. Figure girls are a lot leaner and more muscular. So are fitness. It goes like bikini, fitness, figure. And then there's this new category called wellness. But yeah, I'm going back to bikini, which I competed 10 years ago. So I'm feeling really good. It's been 10 years, and it's interesting because a lot of people might say like, when you're young, it's easy and all that, but like I probably feel better now in my 30s than I did in my 20s because of multiple different reasons. I think because of maturity, obviously I put on more muscle. You just know more. You're mentally, I feel good. I'm in a good place, and yeah, I'm excited.
I think you just made a good point too. You are more of a woman at 34 than you were at 24 in a sense of muscle maturity, muscle density. You've trained. Think about it. You've trained a lot more the last 10 years of just normal athletic training. So that took a nice result on your body. So yeah, you should feel amazing. You should feel great. And I think you're going to win your crown back after 10 years. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the show because I've actually never seen this process before. I've never done a water deplete. I've never done that kind of stuff. So you look amazing. You look lean. So I want to see actually how your body transforms now in the last week because
yeah, it's cool.
I'm excited. I'm excited to go to the show. I'm excited to see everything.
Yeah, it's a really cool show to see, and it's when you appreciate the body and the work that goes into it, it means a lot more. Some people don't really understand or they look at it like, oh my God, why would you want to do that? Like, I love food too much. I'm like, don't get me wrong, guys, I love food too, and I grew up with Italian food, all that, but it's like I love challenging myself, and the fact that not everyone can do this. Obviously, I know it's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of saying no to a drink or saying no to going out or just certain things you don't want to put yourself in because in the situation because it's just going to be hard to say no or dinners and all that. Saying no to Cold Stone. But, my prep wasn't crazy. I was able to have some ice cream here and there. And then, but now it's like, I'm just excited because it's like a few days left. I can't have any creamer. I got my black coffee, but this is cold brew, so this isn't bad.
Well, I'll be honest with you. What I was first of all, I want to say congratulations on committing yourself for 12 weeks because I've seen some of the best discipline I've ever seen. I've actually never even ate this good before. I don't even know if I'm this disciplined to eat the way you ate. But what surprised me was you actually had a lot of food. You eat like 5 meals a day, which I know it's a science. I know it's the way the calories are balanced and the carb takeaway and the protein and stuff like that. But I was surprised. I mean, you were eating 5 full meals a day?
Oh, yeah. And they were not small meals.
No, I mean,
2 of them were considered snacks, just the way they were, but lined up. But
it's not like you starve yourself.
No.
Like I used to think you
that.
starve yourself. Like you actually, to be honest with you, babe, you probably ate way more these last 12 weeks than you used to eat.
Oh, 100%.
Like
100%.
Cleaner food.
Just with Fit and Prep, the meal prep company that we've been getting food from, I was just talking to him and I said, after the show, it won't be as many meals because I was thinking about it. I'm like, he's been giving me 4 meals a day for 7 days. That's 28 meals. Because we were talking about like maybe doing bulk, it'll be better, but a week. So like when we would cook ourselves, like I would not eat that much food, but people don't realize that like I'm still shredding weight, but I'm still eating a good amount. And it's crazy because, food is fuel. And if I didn't eat that, my muscle, I'd be skinny and frail. And it's really cool because, it's still like 1,400 calories. Whereas a lot of people, I was talking to someone and they were like, oh, I'm lucky if I even get 1 meal in. And I'm like, what? And if I don't start early, like that was my biggest problem. You remember when like if I didn't start that first meal around like no later than 7 a.m. because you have to really like, you're not that hungry in 2 hours. So it's like 2 to 3 hours. You have to have your next meal. If I didn't have that meal, it would be like 10 o'clock. And I'm like, shit, I got to have my
know.
5th meal. And it's like, I don't want to have my meal this late.
Crazy. No, listen, I'm impressed. I love that you accepted the challenge, and the result will be the result, but I think it's going to be a great result.
Thank you, how fast time goes by too. Because I remember we were sitting here and I announced I was going to step back on stage, and that was almost 12 weeks ago. Like, it just flies by. And that's another thing. You just have to like enjoy it, because now I'm sitting here like less than a few days out and I'm like, wow, that was quick.
I got another crazy one for you. Our wedding is 3
I know.
months from right now.
It's insane.
3 months.
Are you nervous?
No.
Are you getting cold feet?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It is kind of crazy though.
The stress level though of this one over here,
Stress level. I mean, with what? What are you stressed about? Getting your boys'
No, I'm
tux?
just joking. I don't do enough, Ben,
I'm doing everything else.
I don't do enough. Just write the check.
Speaking of wedding planning, Sabby sometimes thinks, because we have a wedding planner, that like it should be so easy, and it's what do you got to do, blah blah. I'm like, who's making the decisions? So I've been making a lot of decisions with our wedding planner.
Guys, I'll throw it out there right now. When you start seeing footage of our beautiful wedding, Mandy did 98% of it.
Well, let's tell them. Let's do a little story time. Let's tell them what happened the other day when we got into a fight.
Ain't no story time.
This is relatable for couples, I think.
Ain't no story time.
And maybe we could do a poll and
I'm just gonna be passive here.
Maybe we could do a poll
submissive.
and see.
I'll be submissive and shut up.
See who was right or wrong.
Who was right or wrong?
Or what the situation was.
Ain't no poll.
So guys, I've been doing a lot of the planning, but of course, I want Sabby to be involved in like the big decisions, because we're doing this together, and I'm not trying to control everything. It makes more sense being on a lot of the calls with Margaret, because no offense to dudes out there, but you guys don't understand certain things and flowers, and you guys just don't get it. So it's fine.
Yeah, dudes, we don't understand flowers.
So I've been obviously doing a lot of that, but some of like the little stuff, I don't think it's necessary to talk to Sabby about, because it's just like tedious, and there's just so much involved. So for instance,
which I appreciate that.
Yeah. So for instance, the invitations, another thing that like males don't really get. Like the invitation, if you're coming to a really like our wedding's going to be amazing, like right? We're going all out. It's not cheap, clearly. And I don't want the invitations to look cheap. So I have a really great lady, Maria, that's doing the invitations with Socially Scripted. She's doing a lot of our things that we need, that menus and all these things. So anyway, we've been going back and forth with the menu for like with the invitation for a long time now. And Sabby, the other day, I showed him, he might think otherwise, but I showed him a couple times the invite, just to like, take a look and make sure you like it, because they're going to go to print, and then like, that's it. And they were not cheap. So I don't have to go into crazy detail about it, but Sabby then like all of a sudden wanted to address his opinion about something after I showed him the invite, and after he said that it looked good because he looked at it. And then I told him that they probably went to print already. So it was like a situation where we got into a fight. And this is like a big thing for people that are getting married, because couples, they tend to fight a lot leading up to the wedding, because it does get stressful. So I tried to tell myself, and I know we have still 3 months, but it's not that long. I tried to tell myself I really don't want to fight about stuff. And we started early planning, thank gosh, but there's so many little things that we still have to do. So I really am trying to tell myself, and I'm going to tell you, like, I don't want to fight about the wedding, because that's another thing that's going to be like here before you know it. And it's going to be beautiful, but it's also going to go by so fast. So like, we have to enjoy the moment. And it's really stupid to be stressed over, right? Like, there are so many bigger problems in this world than an invitation that you really didn't read over and I got annoyed about. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying we're both actually wrong. So I'm actually being the bigger person here, and I'm admitting that we're both wrong. So we both shouldn't have gotten into a fight over it. So couples out there can relate to this, because it does get stressful before a wedding. But you have to understand, as a male, that there's a lot of work that goes into this, and there's a lot of phone calls and behind the scenes stuff that I've been dealing with Margaret, that you're not CC'd on these emails that I've been forwarding you.
I know. And
so you kind of got to realize that like decisions are important, and once we make a decision, like there's no wedding day and like the day of when you look at something and you're like there's no like, oh, I don't like that, because A, it's too late, and B, you can't, if you don't want to really be a part of it too much, you can't really have a say in what it
I
is.
don't want to be part of it.
Well, we're obviously saying that, we're leaving you out of being a part of something. You know what I mean?
But the major decisions, no, I'm part of everyone.
Of course, but like a lot of the
But
little stuff, like I don't want to
where
hear.
you're gonna put the roses, I really don't give a shit.
Right, and I don't want to hear your opinion on if you don't like them, because it's too late, too bad. And I'm just putting that out there now, so we have it on record. So then, like, if
you have it on record?
something does happen, we can go back and we can, pull the tape.
Mm-hmm.
I missed you guys. That's how I can just say I missed you.
Quick trigger though. I call it the quick trigger though. It's all right.
Which one? I'm quick triggered or you're quick triggered?
No,
We're
you.
both quick triggered, or if that's even a term. We're both triggered by certain things. But yeah.
Well, nonetheless, we have 3 months to our incredible wedding. I'm excited because, we decided to spend, a really good amount of money on a beautiful wedding. But I was always kind of against like spending all that money for like a 5-hour party. So I really looking forward to a weekend. We're trying to make it a weekend.
That's what we
we
did.
have like it's not a destination wedding, but it kind of is.
Kinda is,
The property is has the boutique hotel, has the venue all right there behind gates, behind nice beautiful
Well, a lot of people
gates.
are coming up from Florida,
they
so
are.
it kind of is a little, they're traveling.
It's travel. So you stay at the hotel, so everyone will be there Friday. We have a nice, we got the rehearsal dinner obviously for the wedding party, but then we got a little welcoming party, 8:00 at night, Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully everyone goes to that so they can enjoy that with nice drinks, maybe some cigars. But I like that because it's more of a weekend, right? So now we have the weekend, we wake up Saturday, we have the beautiful wedding, and then Sunday we have a nice brunch kind of.
One day
breakfast.
is just not enough to
It's not
celebrate
enough.
us.
Well, it's
so we
not
have
enough.
to-
If you're going to spend that kind of money, I'd rather just draw it out to like a nice weekend.
Right.
So I'm excited about
and
that.
you just spend more money, how it works.
No, it's not really spend more money.
Kidding.
Someone will spend the same.
Which, speaking of, we have a really funny email that's related to a wedding, so I figured we might as well say it now. So those of you who don't know, email your questions to poweralphaspodcast@gmail.com. We love to share them and talk about them. A lot of you guys have great questions. So this one's from Becky. I am loving this podcast. You all have truly involved. Sorry, I can't read. I gotta pull this up. Do I need glasses? You all have truly evolved since the start. I have a wedding question for you both. In 2 weeks, I am heading to a wedding for an old friend of mine. My husband and I are leaving the kids with my parents and got an Airbnb with another couple I went to college with. My husband and I don't have a ton of time to ourselves away from the kids, so we were excited to let loose. The venue is a gorgeous mansion that the bride and groom have for the night. However, here's the kicker. They just sent an email to everyone saying that they have decided to have a dry wedding. You know what a dry wedding is?
Yeah, no alcohol.
We have known about this wedding for over a year. It was not on the wedding invite, and we were admittedly bummed. Is it rude or inappropriate to go out after or get a group to go out after? I want to let loose and have some drinks. We don't have the kids. What should we do? The reception says it's from 5 p.m. to 11 without alcohol. Say what? That's funny. Well, Becky, if I were you, I'd get some of those flasks, sneak those under your. No, I'm just kidding. You can't do that. But I don't know. Dry wedding? A wedding's like supposed to be. I mean, and you don't have to get hammered. But how do you have a dry wedding?
Yeah, that's what each his own, I guess. But there could be reasoning behind that dry wedding. We don't know if the groomsman or the bride was a recovering alcoholic, or maybe there's someone in their family, immediate families, like a recovering alcoholic.
Well, it's probably a smaller wedding because if that's the
but
case,
what I'm saying
then,
is there's probably a reason behind it. I'm assuming there's a reason behind it from the male or females that side of their family. And you never know. You don't want to put their family in jeopardy
Yeah,
of their
of course.
Brother, sister relapsing or their aunt, uncle relapsing. So that being said, I think there's a reason behind it, and you got to support that reason. But if you're looking for that time out with your husband, I actually do recommend that you guys take time away from the kids once in a while, because you guys are fiending for this night, I could see in this email, and you're disappointed that you can't let loose. So I think you need to make it a priority to work on your relationship outside this wedding, and maybe have a date night where you get, a date night maybe somewhere else, a little. So something like that.
agree.
I can see they're fiending for a night away from the kids, which, is always nice, but.
And being you don't have the kids, do you have no restrictions? There's nothing wrong with after the wedding. I don't know if they have an after party or whatever it is, but say you gotta go go enjoy yourselves and have a couple of drinks with your other couple and have fun, let loose, maybe make another baby, you know?
Make another baby, another kid.
No, that's funny though. Our wedding will not be dry. We will let you know. We're going to have a lot of tequila,
Yeah.
reposado. We have to put our list together actually of like our favorite
they have-
stuff. No, like our drinks and then like what we think a lot of people are going to drink, by the way.
It's probably going to be Casamigos Reposado.
So, that's all for today, folks.
No more emails?
No, that was actually the only one email. But we have a very exciting week. Obviously, you guys know it's my peak week for my show. I'm going to let you guys know how you can stream the show once I get that information. It is in Miami if anyone's in the area. So very excited about that. We have a lot of things going on. I have some photo shoots and I'm going to be posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my exclusive site as well as Instagram. And our podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, as well as OnlyFans TV. So we thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys next time.